Test 2 lines. 2 lines. Mputiseng, and I just got to Bloemfontein. Ke tlile mo sekolong motho go tla ka 2 lines. Hey OGs, newbies, and most definitely my stalkers. Hi stalkies. It's your girl Miss Melanin in September, and I'm back again with another video. So if you're new to my YouTube channel, I am Melanin, and yeah, all about vlogs, beauty, lifestyle, and pranks are coming. But today is the day, the wait is over. It's the day of the story time. So I promised you guys that I will drop a video telling you guys how I found out about my pregnancy once I reached 300 subbies, and we are there, right? So today is the day of the tea. I'm gonna save you guys the tea. So in this video I will be telling you guys about my pregnancy, how I found out I was pregnant, and how I told my parents, how my parents found out that I was expecting. Right? Wishy wish. Wishy wish. And I'm gonna also be unbraiding my hair. I've had this hairstyle for like 2 months now, and I think it's time, because if I don't do it now, then I'm trying to get it. And let's get it. You guys shouldn't laugh. You guys should not. You shouldn't laugh at my hair. Don't laugh. No jokes. All right. No jokes. Dun dun. Dun 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 dun. It looks. Oh, which one pass I was punk. Forehead. Head girl. Dun dun. Ta-da! It's not that bad, but yeah, we need to deal with this ASAP. As in, like, right now, today, at this moment, because I need to have a new hairstyle for this weekend. The weekend happen on. The weekend happen on. Ke on ratisa. Bona, tomorrow we are chisa. Ke hot. Ke mo. Like ke motle every day. Ke motle. Ke robetse. Ke tsoa. Sheba ke go toilet. Ha ke kwatile. So let's get to it, guys. You guys just want to hear the tea. You just want to get the tea. But yeah. So saying why my hair arata ho catcha, but was number back. Like, why my hair athola le maikutlo why tla me a tlo catcha for, but just number back. I can understand. But anyway, this is how I found out I was pregnant. So yeah, I came home and this nigga's is an ex of mine, right? We were dating back in 2022, right? I kids nigga I kids marikatitol. Yeah. So yeah, we went out with my girls. I don't even know how to start this story. I kids na ke le blele ona byang ke tla ka sona sharp, you know. I don't want to leave any parts out, but also I do not want to mention this boy so much in this video. Okay. It told me like a span. Let me put like that. It told me like a span. So sharp. I get lots of bangonyana like ki bottle girl and so on. Warawar. Sharp. And then my friend texts me if we want text or in to Honali Spanico so cafe, and I want us to go and work there and send it a hair poster. Hey, they're looking for girls, they're looking for bottle girls, whatever. I'm like, I don't want to go there. I have a lot of ghosties. I don't want to go there and meet with people that you know. fine. And then she's like, please, go watch with me. I'm not gonna do it alone. You know, I can't do it without you. And in my head, I'm like, some of them we don't even go to them together. We just sing at the head, but then yeah, fine. And then I'm like, okay, no problem. It's fine. I'll go with you if you don't feel comfortable going by yourself. So sharp, it's when was it? It was a Thursday. It was a Thursday, so we had to meet up with the girls to go look for the outfit. It's this event, right? We had to. There was an event in the cafe, so we had to go and look for outfits. That's it, so yeah, sharp. And then I had money on me, so I had money, and I'm like to my girls, outfits are sharp. We agreed on what we're gonna wear that day, what. And then that's Amaya with one of our girls' hair. They didn't want to focus about sharp. And then I'm like to my girls, how about we go out and eat? Yeah, well, I don't know, young fella, man. I don't know, re tsamaye re ntlong. Yabo? At Toma Moo. Because from Hoja, Raya second location. And it was all my idea. All of it was my idea. Yo, ngaze ngayisola. Yo, ngaze ngayisola Nkosi yami. Shapo ra ko molong ha re tswa molong. Yeah, ga ja dijo. Ga ja di chips and stuff. So I'm like to my girls, how about we go to Giovanni and then have a few drinks? We will leave later. Bahana. I convinced them until Batumelo go no, it's fine. Regana ra go Giovanni say what sharp. Retama go Giovanni. Yo sana. Hey, guys, so
yeah, yo. Angithi angihleki.
the saxophones had to be loud. And so connect and get phamisa volume ya the saxophone.
The saxophone is getting louder and louder and louder and louder.
Ishapu, we get to Giovanni's. Okay, fine. Me and my girls were chilling, and then we're drinking alcohol. It's getting late. We're buying more drinks. We're drinking. And then my ex shows up. Yeah, well, my ex shows up. Yeah. He was my ex by the time, by the way. So he shows up, and then whatever happens. We're not happy with how everything went. Yeah, shit happens. And we live together. He lives here in Rebekstad. I also live here in Rebekstad. So he doesn't stay far from home, yeah, but. So I had no reason living with this nigga. Even when the red flags were there. But I still left with him. And then mara ga ke ntse ke tsamaya le kotsi a ke tseba re rata di python re banyana re rata di noga re rata dilonyana tse poisonous good like understand. But I still left with him anyway. Yeah, and then we went wherever we went. Shit went down. La understand da go di gaga dilo tse di gagalang. Ngwanyana le na catcha ge. So Shapo, a lot went down, a lot happened. So Shapo Khatswara. And then when I got home, the following morning actually, because I got home late, about 8. Saligazamadi 28. Ne, Saligazamadi 28, it's a March. And then the following day, Busuga 8. Saligazamama, one was saying, Kia meeting. Kipeta miaka na le meeting he wacha wa team bottle girls is bunny in uniform. Hey for me to come back home the following day 8 to see you ile mishimono na ntisang hawo. Right, fine, and then the next morning I woke up, went straight to the pharmacy, and I bought morning after pills. I had no reason. I had no reason at all. My God. I had no reason at all. But yeah, sharp. I got the morning of the pills. So the following morning, nerea go le spanang thing again, yabo. So I feel go never na how is what going to work, what's gonna happen. Yes, and then we were checking the dresses if they fit or what. Sharp. So this is Saturday, right? The event was on Sunday. So ke tsemile ha rona Thursday ka bua Friday ka 8 bosiu, and then Saturday hoseng ka ke tsoa hape ke apara ke ya kae kwa dilong tsa ka tse ntlammeng. And then yeah, I bought morning after pills. I drank morning after pills, and here's a problem. I was ovulating when shit happened between me and that boy, right? And then so unosina mabaka, so unosina ka mkgo le horeng morning after pill ya teng e tlo nthusa sharp, fine. And then my friend said to me by the time I was drinking, she was like, what if it happens that you do drink that morning after pill and it doesn't work? And I'm like, and then same time we crashed out. I even told her what happened between me and this nigga the day before. Well, on Friday, yes, on Friday, what happened. And I no longer wanted anything to do with this nigga. Hence I had blocked him everywhere on all my socials. Yeah, and I didn't have his WhatsApp number by then because him and I used to communicate more on Facebook. Yeah, well, so sharp. So sharp. And then with Kifu was saying that to me, sharp kaki no la jwala nai. I could say me niki kenu ki go on to no good like sana sin na niki kenu ki from the to begin with. So sharp I didn't drink much, just a few drinks, and then we had some food. We had some food, some munchies, and then we left because on Sunday we had to come to work and stuff. So sharp rata mayo mno hapon. And I'm thinking, yes, God, thank God I'm done with this boy. Right. So now here is the tea on how I found out that I was expecting. Okay, and then he then texted me with his friends' accounts. Wara, I don't know. Yeah. Interest, that's all. Yeah, wanting to see me and stuff. And yeah, I had already wrapped this shit up because honestly, I don't do with abusive men. Relationshiping. I don't do with bashimane bo tlapa na. Kile motla so be ke tlo dula mo relationshiping ke bethua a ke se gafing. So sharp ka gaona le yena, and I went back to Bloemfontein right after the event. Sharp went back to Bloemfontein. Now it's April, right? It's April. My periods are late. My periods are 3 days late, and I'm asking myself, what the fuck? And I'm also thinking it could be that the contraceptives I took, the morning after pills that I consumed, might have changed my cycle. Yeah, well, I'm thinking it changed the cycle yaka. Little did I know, cycle e changile. Well, I was hoping that they changed my cycle. Not that I didn't know, because there were possibilities, high chances of me being pregnant. But I had not even checked my what is this? My app, my Flow app. Yeah, well, so na libu ignorance back. Shit happened. What went down went down. And I was just hoping that they actually work. But if it was words didn't do you know, for what if? Okay, sharp. Okay, my periods are late. My periods are like 3 days late. Now I'm starting to panic. So I lived in Dubai. There's this mansion in Bloemfontein, Bloomsbury, where we live. So I was staying there. I was staying in Dubai. We were like 21 girls in one house, one mansion. And then with my periods being late, I requested like one of the girls in the house. I'm like, could you kindly just get me a pregnancy test? Also, I was not feeling good, but it was not giving pregnancy symptoms, but my periods being late spoke volumes. Yeah, but and I was just hoping that they are late. Did go Vika like they always do. The worst part is that the worst part of it all is that by the time I was sleeping with this, I slept with this nigga, I had abstained. I was celibate. I was celibating, and I had abstained from sexual activities. Right? Okay, sharp, okay. My regular pregnancy test, sharp. Now I have the test, but I'm scared to take it. Yeah, so I'm like later. So it's us the girls you play in Kamojara thing. Hey, hata main it's up and down. Kidiketo, ke marandasi, ke bo relay ka jareteng re pota re kitima. And then ke kitim, no sno re ke expectile. Lebelo like sharp ge re bapala mo la jareteng. But I'm worried because my periods are late. Shabu di told my the same day di told my period like. But now, thing is, I am sporty, because I know how my periods are, right? So ke bona for man, di period tse as di period tse nna ke tlwaetseng, as period tse la tsaka tse tsana di tla le something yana una ntho yana ke sa ya understand ke di period tse tsa no. All right, fine. And then later, ke lo hlapa, right? Ke lo hlapa. And then yes, now the saxophones are getting loud. Now the saxophones are getting loud. You know that stage mola osala o search pregnancy symptoms. Mara o di bone. Mara wa tseba o ka qala war. O fitla o ge di periods tsa how widely so how le pregnant how expected or na di langet. Niggas are believing. Sharp, and I'm like, yes, I really might be pregnant. I really might be expecting. And I could wait as well. Shabu, ke hlapa he, ke la hlapa, fetsa hlapa, a inagana. Ke nka test and I get wait again. Let your will be done, oh Lord. Oh Lord, let your will be done, sir. Yes, in like that's a hoodie. I'm at a kulikile shem. Kulikile njani. No battle prove a point. I can kulikile shem. So sharp okay. I took the pregnancy test. Gang. I signal nako guys. With me taking the test, higher signal nako. Kila bana do not wait for 3 minutes to 5 minutes. Wait for how many? Sheba, handle urine, more testing, same time. Test 2 lines. 2 lines. Mputsi saying, and I just got to Bloemfontein. Ke tlile mo sekolong motho tla ka 2 lines. Mama ka mona guys. Papaka. Okay, I'm not done. Rana nna ke find it out the piano. Ke sale mo. So sharp, I keep believing take bona mo testing right? I keep believing take bona mo testing keep it lunati. Lunati ratio but testing because again I'm turning him type of I'm turning at class Lena we're like this and all that. She wasn't, I would say I regarded her as a friend. Only for me to find out are you dealing with the people that you don't even know? I go to Modi at home. Do you? Right? Fine. And then I also text one of my classmates, right? My maidi. If you know me, you know my maidi. Sharpo, he text my maid, he reinfeed. Kind situation and they give but I feel like keep between Nalwe. No one should know about this. Sharp. Didn't have fun. The saxophones are getting louder and louder. The volumes are going up. The volumes are getting up. They're going up. Sharp. I sent her the picture of the pregnancy test. She's like, no fucking ways, you lying. This can't be true. I'm like, yo, I also don't believe this, and I want a clear blue pregnancy test. She's like, no, it's fine. Relax, get some sleep. We will go tomorrow to get one and see how it's like. Mind you, I've only been 4 months in Karablong. Kitlile skolong. Hey, Stevie Gate Samal. As if gang. And as a cousin and a mashle, but so one I come up. Shapuche, the following day, Nalen Razama, Heka Pizza Zamaya. Reka pregnancy test, Ria go downtown or farmers. Clear blue. Sharp clear blue. I reka clear blue pregnancy test. Hey. Reka dijo, re kena go KFC, reka dijo, re ya upstairs go lona fatshe. Sharp. So no di kosa hore ke unblock moshimane ola a bethang banana ka di-club. Di kosa hore ke unblock mothola ke mo blockile the last time ke heba le yena, because nna a se nna ke tlo ba punching bag ya mo. Nna bo Rambo a ke tsamaya ka bo Rambo, nna bo Rambo se blockaka I'm better ke right. No di kosa hore ke unblock Rambo, ke jotsa Rambo gore na situation e bjang. Di kosa hore ke unblock ke mo jwetsa hore na go rileng go iralang. Go gang go nyewe piano, go gang go nyewe. Sharp ke unblock moshimane ole. Ke re tlole go bolela ka ditlhaba tsa because bo mmage ba tlo re nna he ke senya lebitso la ngwana bona he emotional spadi mo di social media. Mara ge a o gang ga o nyewe, mara go no le gang go le nyewe ke because now mpa ashu coco melon hu na ngwana never ke na o kwa no robetse no ke o lo robetse cool budi yaka robetse. Sharp fine ke unblock moshimane wa teng e mo botsa gore monna ashu situation in yeah ke mmotsa ka situation, ke mmotsa le gore ke go reka clear blue cause ya two lines ya ntho ya medi right a ke tshepe so go reka clear blue ka bontsha le di weeks le in fine. Ra tsamaya pele le tshumi ya ka re lo reka go pharmacy ya fetsa e reka re go KFC reka dijo ga ya upstairs ga dula. So we like nanae, let's eat before we take the test, because if re cannot say a test re soka reach e betla e le positive e le jwalo ka go ile le ka teng nna le wena re tlo lose appetite. Re tsa ya test ye ke gae ela ga lose o tsang ke tloa ke je be ke di hlatsa. Let's just get this over and done with. And then I took the test and then we waited for it. No matter large, I usually before get that test. I know, I remember. I usually before get that test, but that's not important. And then Fitla gets a test. I think I got to taking a test right there and then. Right. I didn't want to be the one to see it. I didn't want to open it. I did listen. But curiosity, the same time, I'm like, I also want to see for myself. I could me because we could feel like crash out the mona nana. Same time, so sharp Rishaba test two test it like 2 lines. Milayani eji. You bling I see medicated. Lady was clear blue ka fitla e betsa sefapano se la za bona e chomis nantsa sefapano o milling o expect lona le ngwana ka fitla e ngola pregnant and ke regular digital, right? So ka re 3 plus e be re pregnant ka re sefapano chomi na le 3 weeks mo o imile wena o pregnant you are expecting. Hey! You won't believe. You won't believe.
Hi, shame.
Ra sula falla byanong ka mo KFC, ra sula falla ra shebana ra botsana gore you sure you wanna keep it? Are you sure you wanna keep it? O sure gore o batla itsenya ka mo hara parenthood wa wela wena o tlo nna motswadi? A whole me, who would have thought a whole me would be a parent? But yeah, I'm such a good sister, I'm such a good deputy parent, and I used to do good with my siblings. So hence next up when you go, but I didn't see it because why? Papa got present full-time 24/7. Papa got present. So ne ke bona parenting it is easy, ke bona it is smooth and into sharp, but forgetting that bashimane abafani yebo. Fine, that's how I found I was pregnant, and I didn't believe it. Texted my cousin Pearl, well, she's my aunt but my cousin, but yeah, I texted her. I'm like, Ejo, butsise yo, ne ke sa believe, ne ke sa gole lena ke re mputsise jo a re dintshang ke re yo re ke re bona kang a re nepa ke re ye bosiseng ya botshele. It is what it is. I am telling you. Nako yeah, ke tlo thoma go ngola ka bo June. Mara ntse le bo April man, fela o ka bo April. Ke just a cousin ya ka ge. Ke just a Kyrie, ke just a Pearl. Yeah, ke just a Kyrie, ke just a Pearl. Whereas Pearl next week ke mo jotsa gore na ngwana ke mo conceive jwa dintshitseng ba etsetseng ne ke na le mang jwang eng wa chatima wara. Right, so now that I know I'm pregnant, the symptoms are starting to show. Right, I was sharing a room with two people, Mata and Khonzi, very good girls. I love those girls so much. Very supportive, very demure, very matured. Sheba, down to earth. So fine. Now re batla tsela ya gore na ke jotsa batswadi ba ka gore ke imile bjang, gore ke expectile bjang. At the same time, I want to tell them, I'm not ready to tell them, but I'm scared, I already told her, we kept it a secret. Yeah, like I said, the symptoms were now showing. And then we just decided, we're not going to tell the parents now. We'll tell them with time, Not now. Like, I also just found out. Let me digest and process this whole shit before telling them what's going on with me. Oh, yes, guys, I'm not feeling well. Right now, I'm not feeling well. Ke ke mala nyoko nketsang fetsa ke nwa le jwale, but a se collab. So ebile ka mpona ke tshintshanya le tsebe fela gore yellow tlameya tlo matha toilet. I'm even feeling hot, but don't worry, I'm not expecting again. I'm not expecting. Very much negative. A ke bapala le bashimane, a ke sa bapala le bashimane, a ke sa bapala mo bashimaneng. And my hair ka ha sa rata catch dilo a lenile lesson ya yona. So fine, and then I started being sick. Like it's hard ke flu nyane ngwe ke sa understanding, ke tshwara ke flu ngwe nyane ke sa understanding conventioning. Ke iputsisa gore na ke before, yes, I forgot to mention, before me seeing the changes, before I even took a test, before my periods were late. When we went back to Bloemfontein with Utiding, I was this girl class. So when we went back to Bloemfontein, I don't know if it's safe for me to mention, but already we know Nalangwana. But I'm not and only people that lived with us will know. Or Banamaken class level. So when we went back to Bloemfontein, KFC, she was also expecting. She was expecting. And then we went to KFC. Guys, I was eating weird things. I was eating weird stuff. Ke na o like mix a burger ka ra sopo. Ya streetwise ke sala ke tsaya ke ntwe ke papa ya didintle le yona ke faka ka mo ra sopo ke ja ke jana. Abo. So right there raised eyebrows for her. She was away, but I was not even away. She's like, Mel, ntotso di jang 1 2 3 4 5 and I'm like, I on a nix. In my head, I'm like, let's take it so queen. I was full aware that she was pregnant by the time, but she most probably thought we didn't know we were not away. But it's fine. Yeah, sharpo. La feta station so. Kantilina ke molatile ko Giovanni's. Ke latile Giovanni's wa ka. Go rela bo PC le Justin. Ke Justin 99 ke latile Justin 99 le PC wa ka ke gore ke molatile Giovanni's Juvaba a shu Juvaba o dutse ke na tsantse sa di sopo o ntsantse sa mehlolo ya di bega ka di sopo le papa ka go one le nama for in. Yeah. So yeah, fine. And then kula man. So as I was saying, kula. And then I had to come home. Like in 20 kula was 9 size. Went to the doctor, I was given meds, but I was like, I couldn't like mpolaela gona mo Dubai. Go sa re ke go ntlong ke hatsela. Yo, as in le golo, but le room ya rona ne bata and it also contributed to me being sick. Yeah, but the main cause inili kabo entle a hlabile for antigen. Ampontsha gore yena he is the fittest of them all and he survived it all. Survived whole morning after pill. Arbona sheba. Ono nketsa jwalo. Ke atla le fatsing leo la re big start. I'm gonna be the first grandchild and the first grandson of that family. La expand na kanna. And I expand it shame. Sharp I was not feeling well. My cousin came over, Pearl, and then we started talking. We had conversations, and yeah, trying to figure out how to but my thing was ngwana ka metse go sekolong ke metse ditse hae ne ke tshaketse hae ke tsitse ngwana mo hae ke tsa ngwana sekolo abo ene go sekolong ne ke sa tsamela strata ba itse fitlile blomo ke sa tsamela strata ke sa tsamela ferefere ke sa etse ke sna ne ke sna mo ferefere ke lo yetsa ona ke fetsa o ima you put this away at the broom show and stuff bang khanela ke no jwala he Bupilo. Sharp. Okay. Yeah, my cousin came over. We shashalazad and I told her, I gave her the tea and everything. And then we were just trying to figure out what am I sure with what I'm doing, the decisions I'm taking. And no more rata or oh godmother. But problem mo gae. Is that a baby yak? Guys, said about baby yak. Uncle Muntu was like, he could never. That boy, he could never. You know that 19 years boyfriend theory? That 19 years love theory? But what? Hey, boyfriend now, yeah, woke but 19 years. Sheba, keep life into him, keep But well, things are working out for me, fortunately, and unfortunately for those who thought they would see me fall. Shem, I wanna downfall ya next. Ngwana ka yena ke blessing shem. Kabo ya rona mo ntlong, right? Fine. And then yeah, we're like, yeah, you're keeping it what. My parents don't know. And me and my cousin, while we're having that conversation, I mentioned to her that the first person who's gonna know about my pregnancy is either your sister or my mom. And either ke also a tlo ilora or tlo ibontshwa or mama ka tlo ilora or tlo ibontsha. So we were like, we'll just wait for that time. We will cross the bridge when we get there. Okay, bridge re fitla ko bridge. Jiki. My aunt, which is my cousin's sister, yes, Pearl's sister, I think alora analytic abdominal pains. They felt so real. That's what she said. They felt so real. They felt like even when she woke up, she had a dream. None of the abdominal pains. It had something also to do with pregnancy. I don't know. I'll look for that voice note and I will touch it. I'm not gonna touch it. That's also kind of private. But it's from 2024. I don't think I'm gonna find it, but I'll see. I'll just think about it. So she no, actually, yes, she sent me a voice note. Sharp of like a pregnancy, the abdominal pains and everything. And the abdominal pains didn't get on. And then she felt like in the dream she was having a miscarriage, or I was having a miscarriage, something like that. Someone was pregnant. You know, I can't quite remember, but it was either myself or her was pregnant in the dream, and then it was me. Yes, she dreamed of me pregnant, and I was experiencing a miscarriage. I was having a miscarriage in the dream of hers, but it felt so real, like she was the one also feeling the pains throughout the dream, and even when she woke up, she was just in pains. You understand? So she called my mom and she told my mom about the dream, right? She shared the dream with my mom. So my mom was like, no. And then she mentioned to my mom that I should buy a pregnancy test and see if I'm pregnant or what. I should be on the lookout. You know? And then she told my mom about the dream. And then my mom then said to her that she should tell me about the dream, and then I should take a step forward. You know, I should take a test and see what is what. I already knew I was pregnant. I was just waiting for the right time and a much easier way, or you know, a gap to just tell it to the parents. But the plan was to tell the parents only when I came back from school, got the holiday. That's you. Right? Sharp office ke ba boleletse ka June batswadi ba ka ke maka yo se ka me ke approach June. Yeah. And then my aunt then texted me or sent me a voice note nekile ko skolong. And then when she sent me a voice note, already I panicked and I started having this anxiety attacks, and I'm like, whoa. But I just knew, I knew it was gonna get here, but I didn't think it would be so soon. Yeah, bro. Plus le mzimba wa ka no sa jampisi shame ne sa bonale ne se re ke imile, just that wena o le motho no ya le ko tla se ne ba sa bone wena o le motho o tseba gore ke imile ko wena no tlo bone. And it was glowing. I was glowing, my skin, everything, like I was just, yeah, bro. I was bright, and it was bright, sharp. And then my aunt tells me about the dream. Okay, she shares the dream with me. So when I listen to the dream, I'm like, hey, re ke tsamaya mo sekolong, ke tsamaya mo jarateng ya sekolo, ke tlo mamela ntho ko Dubai. La mamela ke tla ko Dubai. Shashalatsa e. Gang e. Sharpo. And then I'm like, I responded to her, I'm like, yeah, I will take the pregnancy test. The great pregnancy test, I just hope it's not me. While knowing that I am pregnant, you know. So so this is the part where my parents are gonna find out. Sharpo, I get tlolla tabela ke nka bo my 3 days nyane ke re ke tla reka pregnancy test ke test ko sendele mara ka tsaba ke meleng nako e. So after I shoot the first pregnancy test that I took the first time, I found out that I was pregnant. So I take a picture of the pregnancy test and I send it to my aunt. And I'm like to her that the dream that you had, it was about me. Unfortunately, I am the one that's expecting. And she was so supportive, you know. Knowing my aunt, she can't keep anything to herself. And I was so worried that she was going to tell my mom. You know, I thought she would be the one to break the news to my mom. But she really kept her word. She really kept her promise that she's not going to tell my mom until I tell my parents. Plus, I was also writing. So, never stress and worry. And then, yeah, everyone was like, don't you even dare try to terminate the baby. Go ahead into it. So sharp. Official, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. If you're not ready for cute guys, terminate down. This guy, matter of fact, this guy to begin with. This guy, no matter what you do not have a baby. But let's guy, and I'm looking at the you know, and they might be very supportive throughout the relationship. Let's say, you know, and even with but when you're doing some of them, they're single mothers yet they're married. Single mothers are doing everything by themselves. But anyway, as you call up, let's move. Right. And then on a random day, I called my mom. All right, I called my mom. Well, I've been saying to my mom, we need to talk, we need to talk, we need to talk. Right, it's cool stuff. But whenever you and I talk about this thing, I don't want you being around my dad. You understand? Because only words can describe how disappointed he would be, of which he was disappointed. But fortunately, yeah, he was disappointed, and yet he was the most supportive human being ever. He was very supportive. And I thought he was gonna be more mad than my mom. I thought he was gonna do, like, I don't know what I had imagined. I can't even put it in words how I thought my dad would react and how mad he would be, and but he was indeed the most supportive. Yeah, well, yeah, my dad is such a sweet man. Mama kalang kwatela marike jutso rena o finally out to be sharp. I get a mo yena. We need to talk, we need to talk, we need to talk. I keep David take care of her. And then this other day, unesitse ngwana rena go doctor baby Bondo. I think you guys know him. Unesitse Bondo go doctor nge Spanish sa tlatso morero. Onese Bondo go ngakeng. And then I called her and she's like, I'm like, Mom, I you need to talk, you need to talk. Your dad is not around me. He's in the car. And then she goes like, so toro leona ka wena. Is it do not tell me unalorela wena, unalora. Lord Jesus, save me. And then I'm like, unfortunately, ma'am, unfortunately, unalorela ke no emailing, ke no expecting. I think my baby is up. Yeah, and I'm like to my mom, yeah, auntie unalorela, ke no emailing, ke no expecting. The question now is, Papa ngwana ke mang? A batla lo senya nako guys, or Papa ngwana ke mang? And I'm like, oh, but I just arrived.
I just arrived. Is the president coming? I just arrived. Is the president coming? I just arrived. When last did you speak to him? I just arrived. When last did you speak
to him? The question now is, Papa ngwana ke mang? A batla lo senya nako guys, or Papa ngwana ke mang? And I'm like, oh, but I just arrived. Paul, relax. We're gonna get to that. You know, but she already knew. And the worst part, the day it was starting, she went antoropa mo getting at least until. Yeah, my baby's up. My mom questioned me. Sis, umupil. We didn't do none of that. We didn't have sex. Said that guy. Like I said. Go and fetch your shoe. Thank you. And then Shapo ke la re mo mama ka rena le na zange re etsa next aka mofa ke hano mofa ne re no jala fela he wa chatima ko rena sa tsebelo re ba mbethile ka dimpama tse dingwe tsa last time. Yo, the experience was bad. It's ne ke betuane guys, I see collab. Ke tlo le bontsha ka ba ile go tseta se jwa ke gala tseta o ntlela ka se jwa la mona o phaseta itla kwana Come here. Lamona paseta sefi. Like what? This is the shoe he has on. A whole teddy slipper. And then he's giving me a green. This has always been his favorite shoes, unfortunately. Tinyani. Nana. Tamo paseta se tshwana le se o tswetseng. Seta. Seta ne? Shoe. Ne? Yes. No, don't disturb kokomeloni e ya lena e le ratang ke di social media. So sharp ge mama ka mputsisa na papa ngwana ke mang ona tsebe na papa ngwana ke mang. I didn't even have to say it. I didn't even have to tell her na papa ngwana ke mang. Seta se kae? Tsamola ta seta. Ona tsebe na papa ngwana ke mang, and already she was disappointed in me. Yeah, well, mabapi le hore na papa ngwana ke mang. Yeah, there was that. And then she cried. Allegedly, she broke down. And then she told my dad she couldn't keep it to herself. And later, my dad called me and he scolded me. He shouted it. It's fine, Kabo. It's fine. And then, get off the joke. Okay. Close me. Ba. Look what? What? Ke jwala bo. Jwala bag. Jwala bag. Do you want cocomelon? Huh? Cocomelon? Cocomelon. Okay, no problem. Cocomelon.
Mama.
Eh?
Look.
Yes, I'm looking. Which one? So go tla ba le background ya cocomelon ka mo morra cause cocomelon o nyaka cocomelon. Guys, sit down and watch coco. Ne? Just sit down and watch coco. Good boy. And then yeah, yo. You want old McDonald's? And then fine, my dad and Chica he ang putsisa gore na ke tliswa sekolo nna ke decide na ne ke nahaneng what and Chica ke mo dropela phone, guys. Ka mo dropela phone, unfortunately. Niggas na matla. Already I just like tweeted him, and then he called me like a few hours later, and then he was like, no, Randa, things like this. Yes, Gabo. He's like, we understand things like cocomelon. It's like we understand things like this to happen. But I'm gonna be fine. I should just focus on my studies since I was writing, but then maintain on May to June because Kida High got 6, right? The 4 up at 6. I'm not so sure in between those days. Sharp, and then my dad, he came back a few hours later, and then he was showing some support to like focus on your schoolwork. Everything's gonna be fine. We're gonna be good. Guys, my mom was mad at me for a good like 4 weeks and more. I came back home, but when I came back home, she was like, "Rolo check. Are you really pregnant? How many weeks are you?" Because can I really like a holy pregnancy to get liponel. Can I gonna get it? Oh my word! And if there's anything I hated with all I have, if there's anything I hated with all my heart, was onions. Bona guys, like a chicken, a little yo onion in Kudisa, keep here my vendor among where I pay in Katzle Emwe. A bay ears and gamontum. Biggie, pull us lady doors, sir. Sakamur, South, or we are cast room. Guys, make a silo onion can tune working on yon. Yeah, sharp. And then that's how my parents found out. That's how I told my parents. They didn't know. Most of my cousins knew, but never told. Oh, okay, born at the rent. My sibling, Junior was so mad at me, guys. He was so mad at me, like he was so heartbroken. Also, and my cousin, the cousin that I grew up with, Junior Limpo, I think it's about Lebukhulu. No, I get able now to heal and incorrect. Papa Wanaka Kimang, now what's a land. But one thing I can tell you guys, they also love my baby so much. They love my son so much. So Junior nasa tawa jano, nasa pilata women, nasa blana jala tata, and then this one day, he unwele karuna no la nana no kostara tenko. At an amuntlung. Yo, guys, he was on me. And then he's like, oh, so now you want to do this parent thing, Kamo. I even pleaded with my parents. I pleaded with everyone in this household, even my cousins, not to tell Junior who the father of my kid was. Because he hated that man with everything he has. And the red flagging us him killing mom. It's like if I'm flash weird. Yes, this. And I got one killing your loyism. I beat the fuck all. I eat next or not come to be. But otherwise we all experience people differently. He could be lenyolo ka habona a kana ba Satan mo gonna a kana ba Judas go tshobing tsa hae a kana ba monna wa ditoro tsa ngwanyano mongwe about the right man for another girl and a nigga that a girl has always dreamed of. You know, it doesn't mean if I treat ba bang so ba bang lo ba treat Taban, that's why we play with Jan. Can ba na nantrita or santrita, joloka rubbish. Fortunately, Hana mo keep me my life in shame. So, as an nixie bonang, J like Lord now trita shop or joloka rubbish or manam trita shop or ram trita shop. I keep on in nix, perotola pili, when I go see me, we could like a shop. But otherwise, as I'm saying, we all experience people differently. Yeah, so my cousin and little brother. Bana abamorat bana sa Junior na sa thabola ntawela atla mo ntlong well ana moshimono lo reng bana ba ko ntlong ke le ba mogata ke bolela nnete zange ba rata motho mo no mo ke ke jola le yena o ba tolerate a sore ba rata malangetsang moto so sumela so Junior la ntagwela oh. So, Antakwela Junior, and then I feel come on tlong and just at about so what about Mutswadi wena yeah Nananing come what about me Gawana Mamushiman woo he when you was just about to be out there and live your life and explore the world, you decided that you want to be a parent. He was very disappointed in me. But yeah, man, like go down what it's not a sharp room and Kenya meeting and Tawela Katon Tawela. The last time I beat I got also on here, not the tongue and the man. And then I pay a hand pillow. But he was more heartbroken because he said, well, that he feels like he has lost his best friend. Like who's gonna be out in the streets with him? Who's gonna be vibing with him? You know, but I'm also about to like panamo ko haruna ke mahi la bona hloyi ya ka ke tshwaraje ke lehi panamo ko ntlumba ke ba tshwere so you know every little sense I have I spoil my siblings I spoil panamo ko ntlung le no wa ke na tšhelete ne but every chance I get what did you yes Dumpty yes. Obatlang. What? Take your gun. Take. Say thank you, mommy. Doof, doof, doof. Doof, doof, doof. Die, come die, die, die. Boof, boof. Oh, boof, boof, boof. So guys, yeah, he felt like he has lost a best friend and a sister. and that he had no one to vibe with anymore. He couldn't drink alcohol with me, and I was like, there's no problem with you drinking alcohol. You can drink alcohol with me. Because not like like that. MSP, about siblings, and other events that were happening around 057 by the time. Yeah, but no, I said master. That's an no master. That's shame. But they're okay now, and they love my son so much. Go, 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 boo. Die, Gabo, die, die. Yeah, but so yeah, guys, that's how I found out that I was pregnant, and that is how my parents found out that I was pregnant. Well, with my aunt, the underground gang, they gave her signs. Bambonizo kuti jonga apa wena. Baya expand apa. Regards that. And Ukamahalo knows, but she's been quiet about this shit. Yeah, well. But yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for watching my videos. And if you're new here, please do subscribe to my channel. Hit that subscription button. And if OG, I hope for notification. On, you know, I upload create notification for a girl of now, a girl of today. Also receive got the good news, the new. And if Wang Stalker, hi Stalker, I hope you well, and I hope one day you will be part of my channel, my family, my OG. You'll be an OG gang. You'll be one of the old gang. You'll be one of us, yeah, boy. And yeah, thank you so much, guys. That's about it. That's what happened. That's how it went. And I'll be back with more story times, more shashalaza. No good to fatty, no good to shashalaza. Anyway, little prank it yard, the prank it yard. So that the game is okay. Get the sharp, little sharp, and find myself again so that I can be locked in and give you guys proper content. I love you guys so much. See you guys on Saturday, but I'll be dropping on Monday. So Saturday, Kaliseva content. By the time you guys see this video, the little bonny content that I Saturday, right? You don't buy anything here, but they have vlog on Monday. And thank you guys so much, baby. Yes. What? This. Thank you guys so much from me and mine's being Gabo. I love you guys so much. See you guys soon, baby. Cheers.
In life, you're going to be tested. Marika baby daddy hona wa nyela go ena o ikisitseng. Shobo o ikisitse go ena wa botseng bunga laza wa elatlhela bofatshe o se no latlhela bunga mofatshe wa mofangwana. So don't blame anyone. He's the father of your kids. Thabang ke papa ngwana hao. Saving you is a